Welcome to the End of the Road podcast. Each week, we select one, from several hundred, stories about the Great Lakes region and the tip of Michigan's thumb. These are taken from thumbwind.com and presented here so that you can listen to it anytime, anywhere. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's story from the end of the road. This week's story, Island Hopping on the Great Lakes. When you think of island hopping, your mind turns to swaying palm trees, seaside tiki huts, and white sand beaches. However, with over 35,000 islands, the salt and shark-free Great Lakes offers some of the most inviting and unique chances for island exploring anywhere in the world. Some of these magnificent island destinations are only accessible by boat or floatplane, while others offer regularly scheduled ferry services. Here are the choice island destinations, above and beyond Michigan's famous Mackinac Island. Apostle Islands. This is a group of 22 islands in Lake Superior, with the largest being Madeline Island. All the islands except for Madeline is part of the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore. The islands are internationally known for their beautiful sea caves that are created when Lake Superior freezes in the winter. Madeline Island is inhabited year-round, but only accessible by boat or plane. It is a camping and hiking paradise and has a golf course designed by Robert Trent Jones. The Apostle Islands are a well-known sailing and cruising destination in the Great Lakes, with many isolated spots to anchor and explore. Isle Royale National Park. This is Michigan's only national park, located in northern Lake Superior. Considered the ideal destination for serious hikers and paddlers with established trails, rustic campsites, and shelters. The two major embarkation points to an Isle Royale adventure is Rock Harbor on the northern end of the island and Windigo, on the southern tip. The park has a lodge and cottages at Rock Harbor for those who want to experience the park without camping. The park is considered the least visited national park due to its remoteness. Ferry and seaplane service is available from Houghton and Copper Harbor, Michigan, as well as Grand Portage, Minnesota. Beaver Island, the largest island in Lake Michigan. This island has ferry service from Charlevoix, so you can bring your car and tour its 55 square miles. Beaver Island was, for a brief time, considered a kingdom of sorts for a sect of the Mormon Church in 1856. Today, the island is a year-round tourist and vacationers destination. The island also has the nickname as America's Emerald Isle, because so many of its full-time residents are of Irish descent. Charity Island. Big Charity Island sits in the middle of Saginaw Bay, about halfway between Taos and Caseville. The island was known as a resting spot for Native Americans and French fur traders crossing the bay. It was discovered to be a source of a stone called chert in which to make arrowheads and other stone tools. A lighthouse guards the north shore, and a cruising service offers visitors transport to the island from Caseville and Eau Gray during the summer season. Visitors can tour the restored lighthouse and enjoy gourmet dining while watching the sunset over the bay. Drummond Island. This is the largest inland island in the United States, and at 249 square miles there is a lot to do. For sailors, this island guards the famous cruising grounds of North Channel. To tour village is considered a must-do stop for provisions and fuel before venturing into the wilds of northern Lake Huron. The biggest draw of this island is sports fishing. Charter captains can take you on the hunt for trophy-size lake trout and salmon. The other unique activity is exploring the numerous backwoods trails on ATVs. The Manitou Islands, located in northern Lake Michigan. North and South Manitou Island are part of an island chain that extends north to the Straits of Mackinac. These islands are a part of the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, with almost their entire area available for hiking, camping and exploration. Outside the small village, the 15,000 acres of North Manitou Island are considered a wilderness area. The island is home to numerous species of hawks and eagles. The legend of the Sleeping Bear. The two islands are associated with one of the most famous Native American myths in the northern Great Lakes. Long ago, a great famine had spread over the land. Longingly, a mother bear and two famished cubs walked the shore on the Wisconsin side, gazing wistfully across the Great Lake toward Michigan, which in those days was the land of plenty. Finally, hunger overcame their timidness and the bears hurled into the lake out toward the Michigan side. As they got closer and closer to the Michigan shore, the mother bear's encouragement urged on the weary cubs. When finally, within sight of the land of plenty, The mother's heart broke when she saw one of the baby cubs sink and drown. With the remaining cub, she struggled to reach the shore. After 2 miles of slow wearisome swimming, the second of her beloved cubs also perished. The mother bear finally reached the beach. Alone, she crept to the top of a giant sand dune to watch for any sign of her cubs. As she gazed, 2 beautiful islands slowly rose to mark the watery graves of the cubs. Heartbroken and alone, the mother bear gave herself to the Great Spirit, wishing to join her cubs. Seeing the lifeless mother bear without her cubs, the Great Spirit Manitou, who had created the 2 islands to mark the spot where the cubs disappeared, turned to the Michigan shore and created a massive solitary dune to cover and forever symbolize the faithful mother bear. The North and South Manitou Islands and massive sleeping bear sand dunes remain today too as a remembrance of this fantastic story for all to enjoy. Needless to say, these 6 islands only scratch the surface of the potential adventure and exploration that you can have on the Great Lakes. With a little imagination, a map, and maybe a boat, you can find your own islands to explore on the Great Lakes. This concludes this week's story. Thank you for taking the time to listen to Thumbwind's End of the Road podcast. If you like this kind of story, you are invited to join our 15,000 other monthly visitors on our website at thumbwind.com. Please watch for and download next week's story and take a moment to subscribe to our podcast and give us a review. Have a great day.